Hello everybody, I am a food and travel content creator who has been having many amazing adventures all around the world as well as beautiful and nourishing conversations. But as a true blue Singaporean who is born and raised here, this is my list of favourite restaurants that I absolutely love and find myself coming back to again and again. Today we are exploring one of my favourite cuisines, Korean food. And as always, there are no sponsorships, no advertisements, no paid reviews. I'm Aiken and this is the A-List. Guess what? Korean food that isn't street food or Korean barbecue. Anju is a Korean term that describes dishes to be paired with alcohol, and they are redefining Korean cuisine in a very modern and elegant way. So this street along Tanjong Pagar is sort of like Singapore's K-Town. Everything else is very loud and rambunctious, but over here, Anju is holding their own. It's discreet, quiet and elegant.
So this is the champagne Makgeolli. So this is all from Korea. This is one of the most popular Makgeolli that we have until today.
This is the champagne part. Oh my god, this is a must-have. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I don't think I've ever tasted a better Korean pancake. So this has got potato, zucchini, prawns, and a thick, rich, creamy layer of mozzarella. It's crispy and the potato is like almost like a rosti. With the cheese, it almost tastes like a Korean pizza, but you have to add the pickled onions over it, and then you chase it down with the champagne Makgeolli. Match made in heaven. This is a cold pasta dish. The combination is magic. We've got angel hair pasta, seaweed, perilla, abalone, and together, oh my gosh, it creates this really nice, fresh earthiness. I just love to have it in one bite. The thing that hits you first is the earthiness of the seaweed, and then gets cut through by the freshness of the perilla. I love this dish, super appetizing, gets you ready for the rest.
So this is bosam, braised pork belly with 3 condiments, pickled mushroom, dried squid and radish, pickled garlic shit. You can wrap it into the lettuce. Please enjoy.
Oh, just looking at it, right, I can remember exactly how it tastes like, and I'm so excited to be back. Look at the char on the pork belly. That's insane. Another reason why I love Korean food is every bite is different. Guys, every bite is different. Because guys and I always fight about Japanese food versus Korean food, and I'm team Korea. Just look at the char on this.
Yes.
you gotta layer it with the pickled vegetables. On the right side of my mouth, fatty, and then on the left side is like pickled sour, and then in the center is like the freshness of the lettuce leaves. You can see why I chose these 3 dishes as my favorites. The first one is sort of like textured, crispy fried. Second one is more like a pasta that's very zingy, very appetizing. And the third is very rich, very savory, so good. These are always good, but there are new menu items for me to try. Oh man, this is dak galbi, truffle glazed chicken with peanuts on top for crunch. It's really tender, it's moist, the juice is flowing all over the plate, and there's that nice char for the smokiness. That's crazy. What's the name of it? This is galbi.
LA Galbi.
LA galbi, which is the cut of the meat. It's made with a green chili pesto. Never heard of it before, but already just by picking it up, right, it's super crispy on the outside. And the sauce is made from the beef jus. Come on, that's a perfect bite. Oh my gosh, the beef, right, is perfectly cooked. Charred and crispy on the outside, and that green chili pesto is very punchy, slightly bitter, but goes so well with the sweetness of the sauce. Okay, this is definitely one of my new favorites.
So over here we have our Makgeolli panna cotta, which is made from the Makgeolli. The white part is actually the Makgeolli panna cotta, and bottom we have a Makgeolli jelly layer. On the side you can see there's a strawberry and melon chunks. So that one also we compress with Makgeolli.
Oh my!
So everything when you eat it together,
Makgeolli.
you get the whole Makgeolli taste.
Love it, love it. Makgeolli panna cotta. I mean, from Anju, I expect absolutely nothing less. That's the thing I love about Anju. Like, when are you gonna find a place like this that isn't serving up what every other Korean restaurant is serving up? All the dishes here are refined, elegant, and a bit classy, and this is why they are full on a Tuesday night. I need to disclaim that this place has not made it officially to my list, but we cannot do a Korean episode without Korean fried chicken. And when I asked you guys where the best Korean fried chicken in Singapore was, there was an overwhelming reply for oven and fried chicken. Plus, not to mention, my fellow foodie YouTuber, Eldrick, the fried chicken connoisseur, gave this place a 3 drumstick rating and an 8.5 out of 10. All this to say, I'm very excited to try oven and fried chicken. So the criteria for a good Korean fried chicken is that it's marked by a very thin, crispy skin, moist and juicy meat, and a nice, clean chicken flavour. I'm not the kind that likes the sauce because I don't really like sweet sauce. So today we're gonna go for the classic fried chicken and the baked chicken. Oh yeah, thank you.
And crunch original.
Awesome, thanks. Wow. Let's hope to get some ASMR goodness here. It's not insanely crispy, but it's a really good, clean chicken taste. And the meat is very, very tender and very juicy. I expected it to be a lot drier, but it's very moist. It's not too heavy on the flavour, so if you prefer something that's a little bit more clean, doesn't feel too greasy, like I'm using my bare hands and it's not greasy at all, this really hits the spot. But is it like insanely good? I don't know, but it's satisfactorily good. So also available here, we've got the baked chicken. This is another bestseller, and somehow this looks crispier and it looks juicier, so let's see. Wait a second. Yo, the baked one is better leh. Probably healthier as well. Only caveat is that it takes 30 minutes to bake. Look, it's so much juicier and there's still a bit of crunch. In the end, it's Korean baked chicken. I need to really emphasize, right, that this is a very clean chicken taste. There's no heavy seasoning. It almost feels like it's lightly salted only, and then you get that really nice, clean taste coming through without that oil smell as well. Thank God. I will give this fried chicken like a 6.5 out of 10, but the baked chicken is actually a lot better to me. The meat is more moist and the outside is crunchier, and you know what? It's apparently healthier. So if I come to oven and fried chicken, I will come and eat the oven. I mean the baked chicken. I don't mean to flex, but I will flex. The last time I featured Um Yong Baek, 1 million views. But to be fair, they were already very crowded and booked out even before I featured them. This, to me, is the best Korean barbecue in Singapore, and there are several reasons why, one of which is because they triple age their meat. Now, it's before dinner time at about 5:30 here, but there already is a queue. Let's go. So what's special about Um Yong Baek is that they triple age their meat, wet aging, dry aging and water aging. I don't think I've come across a place that actually does this all at once. Each of it has a specific function. One is to deepen the flavours, one is to tenderize the meat, and one is to extract the blood so you get a very clean tasting meat. So the difference between dry age and wet age is that in dry age, you store it in a sort of a dry fridge. It will extract the moisture from the meats. Usually you get a bit of a funky, cheesy taste. So with wet aging, you put it in like a plastic bag and you put it in cold temperature. Yes, so it doesn't have the cheesy funk. And I like to fight with my friends who say that Japanese food is superior. I disagree because look, even before the meal has started, right, there are so many condiments already on the table. This is to make sure that every bite is going to be a different experience. So let's eat. Okay, I think we're ready. Your first bite should be as is, nothing on it, naked. Oh my. Salty, crispy, yet clean. And you really get that nice porky taste that doesn't have that funk. Now here's where the magic happens. We're going to start pairing it with all these traditional condiments. So this is our second bite. Onion, barley and soybean sauce with the triple aged pork. It's like suddenly, right, they put on a designer coat. You know, like the same pork but with like totally different flavors. It brings out another side of the pork's personality. So your first layer, the freshness of the onion, Second layer, you get a bit of like that starchy barley together with the salty soybean sauce, and then somehow the pork tastes very clean. So you put it all together, right, it's just magic. So our third bite is with the anchovy sauce. It's got green chili, anchovies of course, garlic and onion. So this almost feels like you're having the pork with a soup, but it's not. It's very, very salty, and you've definitely got the funk from the anchovies that goes very well with the clean tasting pork. So you get the idea, I've counted, and there are about 10 different types of garnishes that you can pair it with, so that every bite is going to be very exciting and unlock a whole new flavor dimension of the pork.
I love the bean sauce. I'm like a doenjang jjigae fan.
Hey? Well, Anju, haseyo to you. So let me give you a quick lesson in case you're unfamiliar with pork parts. The pork collar is the leanest. Now it's my current preference because I'm a lot older. The belly to me is the fattiest. It has a lot of bite and it's got 5 layers. And the jowl is actually the most tender, but also very, very fatty. So again, the combination of these flavors with all the garnishes is what's going to make every bite such an explosion of flavors. But not just that, we are also going to have beef. So we're on to the pairings for the beef. This is a pairing that both the Japanese and Koreans can agree on. When you've got beef, you eat it with wasabi. So again, because the beef, it is wet aged and water aged, right, you really get the essence of the meat without the funk. It tastes very, very clean, goes super well with most of the condiments here, though the wasabi is the prime one. So finally, I have to rave about the tofu stew. The main difference about the tofu stew here, right, is that they use firm tofu. Most of the places that I had in Singapore use the egg silken tofu. Somehow, when you use firm tofu, right, it's just authentic. Every time I come to Um Yong Baek, it gets better. Now, they've placed all the cuts of pork into a set, so you can order it for about $120, which is very value for money. When I used to come in and order all of it a la carte, I used to spend $100 per person. So now I think there are more ingredients, there are more condiments. Please come and try. I assure you there is no better Korean barbecue in Singapore. And if you do know of one, feel free to let me know. So, Um Yong Baek and Anju definitely on my list. I am still looking for the next better player for Korean fried chicken. And to be honest with you, I know a ton more awesome and amazing Korean restaurants. So I think we should be doing a second Korean episode. But in the meantime, please follow us for more foodie and travel adventures, and I will see you on the next list.